Can you hear us there, Kathy?
Yes, I can.
Terrific.
Can we see you?
Oh yeah, she's up there. She's got a great map behind her.
I don't know. Looks like she lost a little hair from what I can see on Ustream here.
Well, you're delayed a few seconds because you're.
Time?
Yeah,
Works good, right? You got it at home?
it does. Yeah, I'm right here.
Wonderful. Kathy LaBella does our CT Eat Well column every week. No, I'm sorry, every other week now.
Yes.
And she wrote a great column last week that is getting tons and tons of hits on CT Watchdog about the spring start of many, many farmers markets. So why don't you fill us in?
Sure. Last week, what I wrote about was the markets opening in May because most of the farmers markets don't open until June. So what I did was a piece on the farmers markets that opened in May and a couple of the one-day markets that were around, and they're all over. They're all over the state. And what we're finding now in the markets, the ones that have opened in May, is that a lot of them are selling the plants. So in other words, you can buy the tomato plants, you can buy the fresh herbs, so that way you can grow them yourself. But right now, what the markets are mostly offering in the way of fresh fruits, vegetables, actually more fresh vegetables, are a lot on the greens. The spinach is in season right now. All of the cruciferous vegetables.
By the way, I love your spinach recipe. I've been doing that so often, sauteing spinach with olive oil and garlic. It is just so good.
Yeah.
You had me at garlic. I love garlic.
Oh, yeah. Anything with garlic.
Hubba hubba.
And but yeah, all the cauliflower, the cabbage, broccoli is big. Asparagus, just peaking. Usually it's mid-May till mid-June, so you'll be seeing that. All of the greenhouse tomatoes are out right now. And next week, actually, George, I'll probably be doing a piece. I want to do a piece on this wonderful summer recipe that I use every year with pasta, usually penne pasta with tomato, basil, a lot of other herbs, and olives. And it's absolutely fabulous. And I figure it's a good time to bring it out because of all of the greenhouse tomatoes and all the basil that you're going to see out there right now. Lettuce is big. Spinach, mushrooms are usually year round, so you'll still find mushrooms. What I found fascinating this year is the farmers markets are offering so much more than, just your typical fruits, vegetables. Some are offering the live music to bring people in. I heard that Madison was packed. A friend of mine went down to Madison. I was out in Essex this weekend, but a friend of mine went to Madison, said it was absolutely fabulous. Huge crowd, a lot to offer. Durham every Thursday night. I believe it's 3 to 7 every Thursday, and they're offering the farm-raised oysters and clams, which is great. They're also offering vegan products, vegetarian-made products. Trying to think of. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. So what basically, I went down to Essex this weekend because, for one, I'm right in town here, but they had their annual May market. It was their 57th year. It's huge. You get the members who belong to the garden club who put it on, and they grow by seed their heirloom tomatoes, their peppers, some of the herbs, not to mention numerous baskets and annuals and perennial flowers. And I was reading in the paper, there is this one couple who has been coming for about 13 years, and they go there every single year, all the way from Maine, just to get their tomatoes.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
So yeah, absolutely fabulous. So I picked up 5 tomato plants right from there. Greenwich is offering a lot right now. Greenwich already has their fresh herbs, their greens. Again, the greenhouse tomatoes are out in Greenwich, the yogurts, the cheese, the milk. They also have fresh roses. So all of these markets are offering something a little bit unique. Greenwich has the roses. Ellington has picnic tables, so you can sit down and try some of their own specialty foods there and salads. They're offering baked goods. They have cows, beef, fresh beef, basically farm raised beef that they're offering at their farmers market. Hartford, of course, is now open. Hartford offers a little bit
Is
of
that
everything.
the Billings Ford one?
Yes, yes. And they also have their own garden this year that they'll be putting the produce in from their own garden, something that this is the first year that they're doing that. They've never had that before. And you'll be getting, the nice thing about Hartford is that you get farmers from all over the state who participate. And Hartford, many of the farmers markets that I listed, a lot of them are offering WIC now, so you can use your WIC coupons, which is nice.
That's great.
What's WIC?
Yeah.
It's food stamps, right?
It's part of it. SNAP is more taken over the food stamp area, but WIC, it stands for Women, Infant, and Children. So women who have infants and small children have special coupons that they'll be able to use toward the farmers markets. And let's see. So right now, you want to start cooking with, besides a lot of your fresh herbs, I saw a lot of rosemary out there, a lot of thyme, a lot of basil, little bit of sage was out there, oregano. Most people who have oregano, if you ever grow it, it will grow into a bush. You'll have it year after year after year and never have to buy it again, usually. So now's the time to get it. But start, using up all the broccoli, all the greens, making salads, throwing them into pasta, tossing them into some rice, and, just search around. Search around your town, look in your local paper, because not all of the markets that are out there are actually listed. So stop by your little stands along the road and see what's out there. You'll be surprised what they're offering.
Now, if somebody wants to get a hold of you in person to talk to you about nutrition, personal training, how do they reach you?
They can reach me either, by phone, which is 860-767-1535. They can also reach me through email, Kathy@peakperformancerd.com. My website is peakperformancerd.com. So those are probably the best ways to reach me. If you go onto my website at peakperformancerd.com, you'll also see a Facebook link. So that's where you can also get all of the articles that have been on the ctwatchdog.com. And basically what I offer is private nutrition counseling I specialize in weight control is one of my specialties, sports nutrition, cardiac rehab. Of course, I do work with diabetics as well. But majority of my clientele are going to either be here for weight control or sports nutrition, which is why I also offer the personal training end of it as well. One-on-one training, get them up and running so that way people can feel comfortable going to a gym on their own, or getting into, outdoor activities. I emphasize a lot, whether it's kayaking, biking, cycling, to, just basic walking, going through trails.
Terrific.
Now, let me ask you this. Besides going to farmers markets, do you grow any of your own